Good morning, boys and girls. I'm Mrs. Bunch, and I teach kindergarten at Miller Elementary School. There are 4 kindergarten teachers at Miller, and we are so excited for you to join us in kindergarten in the fall. We have some things to go over this morning, and one of the things is I'm going to talk about is a lunchbox. It is super important when you bring your lunch to school, and or even you have your lunch, your school lunch on a tray. You keep it on the tray or in your lunchbox and don't spread it out all over the table. Also, we have some things in our lunchbox. Bananas are one of those things that are sometimes kind of hard to eat for kids to eat. And we don't open bananas from this end. We open them from this end and you squeeze the end and then you can peel it back easily. It's going to be super important that all the boys and girls can open their own foiled containers like yogurt, juice, pudding, anything that comes with a foil. Sometimes they can pull it back from the tab. Most often, I tell them poke a hole at the edge with your finger so that you can peel it back. Then we have things in baggies. I have carrots in baggies, and baggies can pull open. But if your child has trouble with that, there are the zipper baggies that you could get that are easier to open and close. At the end of lunch, what happens is all the things that you didn't eat need to go in the trash. Particularly any liquids or things that are kind of liquidy, like yogurt, pudding, anything like that. It's going to go in the trash because if you put it back in your lunchbox to put in your backpack to take home, it is going to make a mess. We don't need messes in the classroom. That's kind of my tips for lunch for today. Excuse me. Now we're going to get started on our assignments for today. So today we are going to learn about the letter G. We're going to learn about rhyming and read a story. We're going to learn about the number 7 and counting, and then we're going to play a game. I'm going to go through all this real quick so that we can get to the game part and spend a little bit more time on the game. So the letter G is uppercase and lowercase, and it says G, G, like our friend Gordo Gorilla. Gordo Gorilla says G, G. So the letter G is kind of shaped similar to the letter C, but then it has an extra part. So you're going to start at the top of the letter. We always start at the top of the letter or a number. You're going to use your pencil. I'm using my marker so that you can see what I'm doing. So we're going to start at the top of the letter, come around, go past where you go to C, come to the midline, and pull in. Let's try that one more time. Come around and pull in. I'm going to let you do these two on your own. I know you can do it. The letter lowercase g also says G, 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 just like Gordo Gorilla. And it starts at the top of the letter. And it's going around all the way and down. Gordo Gorilla has a monkey tail. It's a hanging letter. So that monkey tail hangs below the baseline. We'll talk about that in a moment. And once again, all the way around, past C, past O, to A town, and then to G town. Same here. You're going to keep it in the headline, midline, and baseline. And practice tracing those letters on the dotted line. If they're not perfect, it's okay. We all make mistakes. I've had lots and lots of years to practice writing my letters. So I even make mistakes now when I write my letters and they're not always formed just perfect the way I want them. That's okay. We're learning. We're learning, and you learn when you make mistakes. It's okay to make mistakes. Down here at the bottom is our pictures for what begins with the sound that G makes, which is G, 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 like Gordo Gorilla. We have a goat, a road, a globe, glue, and rain. Which one of these pictures starts with G? You're right. Goat starts with G. So I'm going to color him in. I'm using my best kindergarten coloring, just like you should be using your best kindergarten coloring. We're trying to stay in the lines. You can use more than one color if you want. I am not scribbling. There we go. Now, there are 2 more pictures that start with G. Can you find them? I bet you can. All right, let's turn the page. Now we have the number 7. The number 7, we're going to start with, right with our pencil, we're going to start at the top of the number just like we do a letter. And the number 7 goes over and down, over and down. Try it again. Now, on our counting, we got to figure out how many pieces of candy are in the candy jar. Now, this is a scattered configuration, and what I suggest you do when you're doing a scattered configuration is that you mark off as you count them. So watch as I do this. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. As I've marked it off, I counted it, and because it's marked off, I don't count it again. So then we got to decide, is this 10 or is this 10? You can decide. You can use the number line up here to help you figure it out. Is this the number 10 or is this the number 10? And you're going to do this one on your own. Down here, we're trying to figure out which ones match. So we have a hexagon, a triangle, and hexagon. Which ones are alike, this theme, or that they match? Now, boys and girls, on this page, we have a cat, fog, log. We are looking for the 2 words that belong in the same word family, that they end the same, that they have the last chunk the same. So is that cat, fog, log? What do you think? Which 2 sound the same? Then you're going to color those 2 that sound the same. Down here, on this one, you're going to find somebody to help you read the story. Then you're going to match what happens first, what happens second, what happens third, and you draw a straight line from the number, from the dot next to the number to the dot next to your choice. The last part on this page is chunking. Words have chunks of letters sometimes. Like cat has 1 chunk. Dog food has 2 chunks. What about spider? How many chunks does spider have? 1, 2, or 3? Clap it out and see if you can figure out how many chunks spider has. Now we're ready for our game. So, boys and girls, I already cut out our letters. And I'm going to put them in alphabetical order. And I put them in alphabetical order by singing the ABCs. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And then I just lay them in order. All right? Then we have pictures. And you're going to cut out all of the pictures. And you're going to find somebody to play the game with. I'm going to move all my papers. I think my letters are kind of in order. Not quite in order, apparently. Because F goes over here. All right. So I have my letters in order. And I have a fireman. Fireman starts with the sound F, like Francie Fish. Francie Fish says F, 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 just like fireman. What letter says F? The letter F. Good job. So I'm going to match that together. Now you can lay this on the floor, you can put it on the table. It doesn't have to be up like this. I put it up like this so that you could see. What about a ball? Ball. What sound does ball start with? B. Letter B. That's correct. Good job. Find somebody to play the game with if you want, or you can play the game all by yourself. I am so excited to be here with you at kindergarten camp, and I can't wait to meet you in person in August. I'll see you later. Bye.